The journey home, Luna's adventure. Luna was a happy, adventurous golden retriever with a glossy coat and an ever-wagging tail. She loved nothing more than her daily walks through the woods with her owner, Sarah. They'd hike along the well-worn forest trails, sometimes venturing near the lake that led to a majestic waterfall deep within the woods. One bright summer afternoon, Sarah and Luna set out on their usual route. The sun filtered through the tall trees, casting dappled patterns of light across the forest floor. The air was cool, and the gentle sound of birdsong accompanied their footsteps as they walked together. Today, though, the pair decided to explore a new trail that wound its way closer to the waterfall. Luna had always been curious about the powerful roar of the falls. The sound was both exciting and mysterious, drawing her attention every time they neared it. This time, as the thundering sound of water grew louder, her excitement bubbled over. Her tail wagged furiously, and she bounded ahead, eager to reach the waterfall before Sarah. "Luna, wait!" Sarah called, but Luna was already sprinting ahead, her paws light on the trail as she darted through the trees. Sarah could only laugh as she hurried to catch up, trusting that Luna would slow down once she reached the water's edge. However, Luna didn't stop. As she neared the waterfall, her curiosity grew even stronger. The sound of crashing water seemed to fill her ears, and the cool mist hung in the air around her. Just as she reached a clearing where she could see the cascade of water tumbling into the river below, something caught her eye, a flutter of movement. A bright, colorful bird, its wings shimmering in the sunlight, darted through the trees nearby. Without thinking, Luna gave chase, barking playfully as she pursued the bird through the underbrush. The bird weaved in and out of the trees, leading her deeper and deeper into the forest, away from the path, away from Sarah. The world around Luna became a blur of greenery as she followed the bird, her paws kicking up leaves and dirt as she ran. Eventually, the bird disappeared into the thick canopy above, leaving Luna standing alone in the middle of the forest. Panting, she looked around, her ears perked and nose twitching as she tried to find her way back to the waterfall. But something was wrong. The roaring sound of the waterfall was gone, replaced by an eerie silence. The trees were thicker here, their shadows long and dark, and the familiar trail was nowhere to be seen. Luna whimpered, realizing too late that she had run too far. She was lost. Meanwhile, Sarah had reached the waterfall, only to find Luna gone. Panic set in as she called out for her beloved dog, her voice echoing through the trees. But Luna didn't return. Sarah searched for hours, retracing their steps and calling out again and again, but there was no sign of Luna. Heartbroken and fearful, she knew she would have to head back and hope Luna would find her way home. Luna, however, was far from the path now, wandering deeper into the unfamiliar forest. She sniffed at the ground, trying to pick up Sarah's scent, but the forest was full of new and confusing smells. Night began to fall, and Luna's golden coat was barely visible in the gathering dusk. As the stars appeared overhead, Luna found herself near a small stream. Tired and thirsty, she lapped up the cool water, her ears flicking at the sound of rustling leaves. Out of the corner of her eye, she saw something moving, a small, shadowy creature slipping through the underbrush. A rabbit, perhaps. But Luna didn't chase it this time. Instead, she curled up by the stream, her eyes heavy with exhaustion. She closed them, hoping that in the morning, she would somehow find her way back to Sarah. The next day, Luna awoke to the sound of chirping birds and the warm sunlight filtering through the trees. Determined to find Sarah, she began to walk, her nose to the ground as she searched for any familiar scent. The forest was vast and full of strange noises, but Luna was brave. She trotted steadily through the trees, crossing streams and climbing rocky hills, her heart set on getting home. As Luna continued her journey, she encountered a series of unexpected adventures. She met a group of mischievous raccoons near a hollowed-out tree, who tried to steal a piece of bark she had been playing with. Luna barked and chased them off, feeling proud of herself as they scurried away into the forest. Further along, Luna found herself standing at the edge of a vast meadow, where a family of deer grazed peacefully. She stood still, watching them with quiet awe, her tail wagging slowly. One of the deer, a fawn, took a few curious steps toward Luna, but its mother quickly called it back with a soft grunt. Luna stayed for a while, enjoying the sight of the gentle creatures, before continuing on her way. As days passed, Luna faced challenges she'd never encountered before. She had to cross a wide, fast-flowing river, her strong legs paddling furiously as the current tried to sweep her downstream. She climbed steep hills and navigated narrow ravines, all the while growing more tired and more determined. There were moments of doubt, times when Luna felt truly lost, when the forest seemed too vast, and the way home too far. But each time she felt despair creep in, Luna would think of Sarah, her kind face, her warm embrace, and the familiar scent of home. That thought gave Luna the strength to press on. One evening, as the sun began to set once more, Luna found herself standing atop a hill, looking down at a familiar sight, the lake. The waterfall roared in the distance, just beyond the trees. Luna's heart soared with joy. She was close. With renewed energy, she raced down the hill, weaving through the trees until she reached the path that led to the waterfall. Her paws pounded the familiar trail, and soon, she spotted a figure standing near the water's edge. It was Sarah. "Luna!" Sarah cried, her voice filled with disbelief and joy as she saw her beloved dog running toward her. She dropped to her knees, tears streaming down her face as Luna bounded into her arms. They held each other, Sarah's sobs mingling with Luna's happy barks and whimpers. Luna's journey was over. She was finally home. From that day forward, Luna never strayed far from Sarah's side on their walks. But every once in a while, when they neared the waterfall, Luna would pause, her ears twitching at the distant sound of the rushing water. She would look up at Sarah, who would smile down at her, and they would continue their walk together, side by side, just as it should be.